Hey there, Simplex, and today we're playing the Stanley Parable. This is a new game that came out a few days ago, and I've seen a little of it online, and it seemed like fun, so I thought, why not play it? Because, you know, to actually play it yourself is probably a lot more fun than to actually just watch someone else play it. Now this is the third recording, so I don't know whether it's saved my progress so far or the storylines that I did follow, but apparently again the recording of my voice failed, so I have no comments for the first two, you know, quote-unquote episodes, I guess, which sucks because, well, it just does. So let's see if we have to start all over again, or that it's just, you know, progressing or continuing where we left off.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
But then one day...
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah, we've been over this already. So I don't know, I think I'm probably gonna upload the first two anyway, because I would hate to redo what... Okay. Did I just close it or shut the computer down through the... Okay, that's interesting. Through the cabinet. Someone spilled coffee. But, yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So we're not going to do that again.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That's exactly what I wanted to do. That is why I went here, because...
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
The carpet smell. Cold drinks.
Yes.
Can we get a drink?
Really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Absolutely, 100% worth it. Anyway, enough.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
What's there? Kind of... Okay, well, let's go here for now.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Alright, for now we'll move on. Oh, so that's... Huh. Can we go back, actually? Nope, door's locked, okay. Little detour, but...
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Nope, of course there's
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright. Let's see if we can do something different here. Nope, locked. Nothing here. Files, pens.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Nope.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Okay, relaxed. Move on. Let's
Feeling
move on.
soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
But, yeah. What? Oh, didn't press it.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit
So-
peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself.
Okay, so
to
every
question
time
the
you...
nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Do restart the game, you kinda have to restart
Stanley
the whole
walked
thing.
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Well, we've been there like 3 times already, so let's not go there. Let's go here, let's see what happens.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Really? You know, GLaDOS lied as well to us, so let's not trust this guy anymore. Let's just see what's behind.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on
Yeah,
track.
well, it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Let's face our death. Let's see what's up there. Ooh. What? You know, what is down here? Oh, nothing, really. Okay, well, still falling. What? Long full boots.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his
that's-
demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Wow.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end
What?
to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
No, let me in. What?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
What?
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What? What happened to the narrator? Why am I still alive? Well, this is interesting. So much for imminent death, narrator. Ha! The thing is stuck. Okay, that's cool.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
So... do I... I like her better. Oh,
When
that's
every
right.
path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
Right.
Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh. We never had a chance. This looks pretty cool, though. Oh. It was set up. It was all set up. From my office? I am assuming that's my office. Blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley of the office to the two doorways was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development. The core layout remains most identical to the first iteration. So this is up to... it's been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in the good time. Okay. So this is up to... this is the, you know, first part. Well, that's pretty cool. This looks like some sort of Stanley Parable museum or something, I guess. Set of paintings. Filing cabinets. Can I turn these off as well? Yep. Office computers. Let's see what it says about these buttons, though, because a selection of sounds used throughout the game. Each sound is a mix of keyboard strokes and synthesized tone. Okay, well, that's the end credits there. It's not a lot though, but it's pretty cool. Maintenance room. Huh. So I wonder if there's like something something that might actually help us to make some sort of progress, I guess. Development. Huh. Looks pretty cool. So I guess that's the end. Wine control facility. That's lounge. Let's see what else is there. What is up here? Freedom ending. That looks... huh. Doesn't look too bad. Well. Countdown ending. Huh. That looks cool. Pretty cool. That changed a lot. Also, looks a lot like Portal, but... Oh, well. Early version of the counter room. It doesn't seem that too much has changed, though. I still do wonder if there's like a way to end that. This ending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Okay, well, guess we have to find out. Can actually pull these. Okay, well. That's a snow screen. Menu. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. I mean, very white. Okay, that's right. Never mind that. What's that clicking sound? So we probably have to start the game again. Let's see what's here. Oh, trailers. Doesn't have sound though. Ooh. But yeah, let's not watch those because that would be a waste of time. Let's see. Where was the exit? I believe it was... Well, maybe it's where the sign that says exit is. Could it be?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Can't see shit, though.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now. It'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Oh, well. Guess there really is no other way than to get squashed there. You know, except for that little stroll around the museum, which is cool. It's a nice additional thing, I guess. So, are we going to stay dead, or is the really ending just to press and start again, or is actually starting again by itself? Oh, you can jump. Yeah, I figured that. Otherwise, we could have gotten away, but we couldn't, so... Yeah. Anytime now. Let's start again.